Canadian doctors have been advised not to use a patch of nearly 170,000 swine flu vaccinations after 6 reports of serious allergic reaction among its recipients.
Doctors in Canada are being told to stay away from a batch of 170,000 swine flu vaccines following 6 reports of allergic reactions. The vaccine in question was produced by GlaxoSmithKline, which insists none of the other vaccines it has distributed around the world need to be pulled. Authorities routinely monitor vaccines for any signals of problems such as allergic reactions. While those are rare, they do sometimes occur, and company officials say they advise doctors not to use the batch after getting word of a higher than normal number of reactions. It's not clear how many of the 170,000 vaccines have been administered, and officials haven't released any details on the victims. Still, they are urging people not to be alarmed and add that any allergic reactions occur shortly after inoculation, don't last long, and have not led to any long-term health problems. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
An Iraqi immigrant accused of killing his daughter because she had become too westernized has pleaded not guilty in a Phoenix courtroom.
An Iraqi immigrant accused of killing his daughter because she had become too westernized has pleaded not guilty in a Phoenix courtroom. Faleh Hassan Al-Maleki is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault. Prosecutors expect to bring more serious charges now that his daughter has died. Police say Al-Maleki ran down his 20-year-old daughter and her boyfriend's mother with his Jeep in October. The daughter died earlier this month. The other woman survived. Al-Maleki left the country after the attack, but was stopped in London and returned to the U.S. Monday's court hearing was delayed twice because Al-Maleki was on suicide watch in jail. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.
A Florida man claims he was at the center of an incident worthy of James Bond. Hervé Jobert claims a plan to design personal submarines failed and he had to leave a Middle East country like a covert spy.
This is a story about submarines and a former French intelligence officer who says his venture to build personal underwater vehicles nearly cost him his life. Meet Hervé Jobert, a naval engineer by education and a covert ops technical expert. His idea was to build underwater craft that might appeal to the very wealthy or those who just wanted an undersea adventure without wearing a wetsuit.
The bulk of the market is with the charter. You know, people who would take a ride once or 2 times or 3 times in their lifetime, and they will enjoy it and they will remember it.
Jobert made a deal with Dubai World, an international conglomerate, to build the subs in the Persian Gulf. But after a year, what he says was a business dispute turned sinister.
And they took my passport. They confiscated my passport. From there, you become a nobody.
Jobert says he got his family out of the country, then decided to rely on his intelligence skills to escape.
The first thing I did was to disappear. I was in a hotel, and then the next day I ceased to exist as Hervé Jobert.
To elude authorities, he claims he donned frogman gear and disabled the Dubai patrol boat, hiding under women's clothing. Then, the next day, he took out a motorized raft to a sailboat waiting in international waters.
Walking down the lobby of a hotel with the combat frogman gear under my abaya, that was fabulous.
From there, Jobert sailed to India, where he posed as a sailor who had lost his travel papers, eventually making his way back home to Florida. Now, both Jobert and his former employer are suing each other. Dubai World says Jobert's subs didn't work and that Jobert owes them $1 million. The company declined to appear on camera, but it did offer written answers to questions. The company's general counsel said, "We simply want to recover stolen money and expose Mr. Jobert's claims as fiction." Jobert says he welcomes his day in court. His submarine days are over, at least for now. Tony Winton, The Associated Press, Miami.